you made it. The second Leopold maneuver, you understood that there is longitudinal lie. The back is found on the right side, turned to the right and anteriorly, means second position or anterior type of position. Or you may suspect that it is right occipital anterior presentation according to the rules. Then you will make the third Leopold maneuver with one hand, which should be placed over the symphysis pubis. Ask your patient to open her thighs and slightly flex on the knees area. And ask your patient to make in breath. Make in breath and try to palpate what is the presentation part. Just it, please.
Can you show the presenting part?
Round in shape, clear contours, firm in consistency, ballotable, means that it is head. Head may be ballotable if the head is pressed to the pelvic indent. It is already not movable, no ballotability, but it is round in shape, firm in consistency, and regular in shape. Understood me? Thus, you will confirm the diagnosis of presentation, comparing with your findings during the first. If you suspected that in first Leopold maneuver, padalicam located here, you have to find here the head. Would you like to evaluate to understand if it is really the head or not? Because sometimes you may find here padalicam and here padalicam. It will mean that there is multiple gestation. Here the head and here the head, multiple gestation. Opposite maybe here padalicam, here the head of another baby. Means multiple gestation. You will use auscultation of the fetal heart sounds. If you find two fetal heartbeats, it means three, it means multiple gestation. That the third Leopold maneuver will show you presentation, cephalic or pedalic, bridge presentation. And at last, you will use the fourth Leopold maneuver. You will stay now face to the patient. You will change your position. I am changing according to you. Now I am staying face to the feet of the patient. Firstly, we made it face to the face. Now face to your legs, and use the same both hands as you made for the first Leopold maneuver, and try to evaluate what is the position of the head according to the pelvic indent. If there is free space, just as it is here, and the head over than the pelvic indent, head is movable, and you have possibility for meeting of your fingers, it means that the head is not engaged into not impressed to the pelvic indent. The fourth Leopold maneuver is used to evaluate the engagement of the fetal head. It is used during labor process. Head is not pressed. Head is pressed because there is no free space, but there is tendency for meeting of the tips of your fingers. All the head is in between your palms. Understood me? Head is not movable. It is already pressed. Head is entered the pelvic cavity. You will perform bimanual exam. Understood me? The largest part of the head is over than the pelvic inlet, while the small segment is already engaged. What you will find? Tendency for meeting, but no possibility. When the head will enter, understood me, larger part in between your palms, but there is tendency for diverge of your fingers. It may be difficult to you to understand. That's why, especially for English-speaking students, we prepared practical workbook. In this practical workbook, you will find out fetal head station, evaluation of the fetal head station. No, we already have no. Already. Fine.
What's your students?
All the students of the 6th and 5th year, just today, have this book. We pushed you to buy it. you had to find it or find at any sources, other sources of information. The fetal head station evaluation by this, it is done in abdominal palpation. Here is the head. Head is over the symphysis pubis. I may replace 5 fingers over the symphysis pubis. 5/5, 5/5 would be written in your case record. You will use it in your country. If the head is pressed to the pelvic inlet, 4 fingers.
4.
If the head is engaged into the pelvic cavity with smaller segment, 3/5, 4/5, 1/5, 0/5. When the head is already in the pelvic cavity, find it out, please. You will have these questions during the module. And in bimanual exam, evaluation of the fetal head station according to the 0 line. 0 line is interspinous, intercristal. No. Trochanter and iliac spines. It is 0 line. Understood me? I have no pelvis here. And if the head is over than this 0 line, the lower point of the head, which is leading point, for 1 cm you will write -1. If it is over for 2 cm, 3, 4, 5, you will write -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, and so on. If the lowest pole of the head is lower than this interspinous line, 0 line need, you will write down. If it is lower for 1 cm, +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, we prepared specially for you practical workbook. Find it out there in your colleagues and read it in the textbook, because you will not use evaluation which was presented by fourth Leopold Manova in your country. You will use it by 5th and according to the 0 plane. Understood me? In the model you had to be able to answer for both. Manual skill you will show Leopold Manovas and theoretical question, fetal head station evaluation by abdominal palpation and by manual palpation. Did you understand me? And at last, how you will make manual assistance for the head delivery. Head delivery.
Now please, I have a question. About the position, where do you stand for the first, second, and third? Is it
Facing the patient, face to face.
lateral or behind close?
Position, whom
For
position do you
the
mean?
doctor's position?
First, second and third, face to face.
On the
Fourth,
side.
face to left. Explain in the textbook. Thus, delivery of the head. What is the most important problem? It may be followed with rupture of the perineum. The main idea, it is presented in the textbook. I will do it very short. You will open the textbook and read. Сейчас все, я просто заканчиваю. Вот.
Вообще заканчивали?
Да, на сегодня. Не, вообще нет. Во вторник придут, но будут сдавать без всяких поблажек. So, to prevent preterm extension of the head. Thus, I don't know how should I stay. I had to stay, for example, imagine that I'm staying here. To prevent preterm extension of the head, because if the head would be extended earlier than it should be, it would be delivered not with 9.5 cm, but with 10.5 cm. Understood me? Thus, you have to replace your left fingers, not fingers, but palm surface of the fingers, not with the tips of fingers, on this or on the symphysis pubis. Don't use your forces, only remember that you have to prevent extension, and don't push down because it may lead to cranial hemorrhage. Only replace your palm surface. Very delicate. Try to prevent preterm extension of the head. When there is crowning of the head, you will do this movement and try to make extension of soft tissue of
Separation.
of vulva. Sorry. When the head, crowning of the head means during the tip of bearing down, head will come out. in between pushing efforts, head will go back. You will work mostly with your left hand. When there is disengagement of the head. Disengagement of the head means that the head delivered with biparietal diameter, and in between contractions it will not come back again. Thus, you will make, in English, boring of soft tissue. In between contraction, when it was crowning of the head, you made extension and collection like this one. Would you understand me? Of soft tissue in the lower part. One head is here, work with your left hand and fix collected tissue here. Understood me? Now there is disengagement. Head will try to perform extension, and you already collected plus tissue, sound tissue, because of boring from the upper part to the lower part. And pay attention to the perineal condition. Understood me? When you made it, starting from this moment, you will control her bearing down efforts. You will tell her push down, or relax, don't push down, because head will come out itself, and you will try to, how in English, extend perineal tissue to prevent its laceration. If there is any signs of threatened rupture of the perineum, you will perform perineotomy or episiotomy, as we already discussed. So, do you know what is the topic for tomorrow?